She walked into the luxury car showroom in jeans and a simple t-shirt, and they laughed at her, called her a joke, kicked her out. But what they didn't know, the next morning, a Rolls-Royce pulled up and outstepped her billionaire husband. What happened next left everyone in shock. The automatic doors slid open as Emily stepped into the lavish car dealership, her worn sneakers squeaking slightly on the polished floor. Dressed in a faded t-shirt and jeans, she stood out like a smudge on a diamond. The showroom sparkled with luxury, Porsches, Bentleys, Ferraris, all lined up like royalty. She walked in with curiosity and wonder. She had always dreamed of buying a car for her husband's birthday. Something rare, something that reflected how much he meant to her. But she didn't expect the stares. The receptionist barely looked up. A couple of salesmen whispered, chuckled, and leaned against a Lamborghini like it was a stage prop. "Can I help you?" A young salesman finally asked, eyeing her with a smirk. "I'm looking for something special." "A luxury car," Emily replied sincerely. The salesman raised a brow. "Ma'am, this isn't a browsing museum. These cars start at 6 figures. Maybe you're looking for something more practical." A few of the others laughed. Emily blinked, but before she could finish, a supervisor stepped in and coldly said, "Ma'am, we reserve this space for serious buyers. Please come back with an appointment or with someone who can actually purchase a vehicle." The words cut deep. Embarrassed and hurt, Emily quietly turned and left, trying to hide the tears forming in her eyes. What no one knew was that Emily wasn't poor. She wasn't struggling. In fact, she was the wife of one of the most discreet billionaires in the country, Daniel West. Daniel hated showing off. He didn't believe in flashy clothes or social media displays. And Emily was no different. They lived simply, dressed modestly, and valued privacy over pomp. Emily had gone to the dealership without informing Daniel. She wanted the new Rolls-Royce Phantom as a surprise gift for him, something he'd never expect. But instead of kindness, she got humiliated. That night, she sat quietly on the balcony of their hilltop mansion as Daniel walked out with 2 mugs of hot cocoa. "You've been quiet all evening," he said gently. Emily told him everything. Daniel didn't get angry. He simply smiled, kissed her forehead, and said, "Let's visit the same place again tomorrow. Together." The next morning, the dealership buzzed with its usual energy. A few staff members were gathered around, sipping coffee and preparing for another day of selling dreams on wheels. Then it happened. A sleek black Rolls-Royce Phantom pulled up in front of the glass doors. The deep growl of the engine echoed across the lot. It was a sight to behold, glossy, intimidating, magnificent. Out stepped Daniel West in a tailored gray suit. Behind him, Emily emerged, still dressed casually but holding her head high this time. The staff froze. The same supervisor who had asked Emily to leave stepped forward with a forced smile. "Good morning, sir. How can we help you today?" Daniel gave a calm but cutting reply. "I'm here to purchase a car. My wife came here yesterday and was treated like a nuisance." The room fell silent. One of the younger employees whispered, "That's Daniel West, the tech billionaire." The supervisor stammered, "There must be a misunderstanding." Daniel turned to Emily and asked, "Which car did you want to buy for me?" Emily smiled. "The Rolls-Royce Ghost, actually. But maybe now. I'll make it 2. The tone inside the dealership shifted instantly. Everyone stood up straighter. The smug salesman from the day before tried to act helpful. But Daniel wasn't interested in their fake smiles. "I believe respect should be given before someone flashes a wallet," he said, eyes narrowing. "The fact that you judged her based on her clothes instead of her character tells me enough." They signed the papers that day, not for 1, but 2 Rolls-Royce vehicles. Paid in full. Before leaving, Daniel made one final remark to the supervisor. "Train your staff to recognize heart over heels and decency over designer labels." The entire staff watched, ashamed and speechless, as the billionaires drove off in their luxury cars, together. That day, Emily didn't just buy a car. She made a statement. Class isn't about handbags or heels. It's about humility. And sometimes, those who seem simple are the ones carrying the greatest power of all, grace. So next time someone walks through a glass door in jeans and a t-shirt, don't look down. Look again. You never know who they really are.